Yo guys, what's up? So today we're going to be talking about some comics that I recommend for the webhead, and these aren't going to all be Spider-Man, but I think 3, and then we'll have like an honorable mention. But let's get into it. So the first comic I'm going to recommend that you read, it has 3 issues, and it's Black Suit and Blood, and this basically it's basically a comic with a little bit of like stories, while Spuddy's in the black suit. Issue 2 leaves up with a giant like what the F type of moment, and really makes you kind of feel bad for the webhead after that. It's also just like a great read in general. I'm the type of person, I'm obsessed with the symbiote, so anything to do with the symbiote, I'm hooked right away. I really love the art style and how it changes throughout the comic. It is such a good run, in my opinion. One of my favorite Spider-Man runs actually currently going on right now. Now, next up, another comic that I highly recommend that you check out is Spider-Man Life Stories. Now, this is basically Spider-Man's whole entire life in a comic book. So Spider-Man basically ages throughout the years. He starts off in the 60s and he ends around like 2010s, and yeah, it's a great read, and I love it. And I love just seeing Peter just in general grow up. Don't get me wrong, I love when Peter's young and he's a teenager and all that type of stuff, but I also like to see bro grow up, and I think that's why I liked 2018 Spider-Man so much, was because Peter wasn't some 15-year-old kid in high school anymore, bro. He actually grew up. Now, next up, one of the greatest Spider-Man comics currently going on right now, Ultimate Spider-Man. Yeah, man, like, do I need to say more? It's Ultimate Spider-Man. This is basically in the universe where the Maker, aka an evil version of Mr. Fantastic, has created a universe, and he's taken all the like powers of the superheroes away. So they, for an example, with Spider-Man, he didn't get bitten by the spider, and so on and so on. And the universe is just a really dark universe, and the comic run is just really good. Next up, we have Venom War Spider-Man. Now, this currently takes place in an event for Venom, but Spider-Man gets the black suit again, and it's freaking peak, bro. And what really makes it cool for Peter is that because he hasn't worn the symbiote in so long, that a lot of different hosts have worn the symbiote, right? So the symbiote is very different from the last time he wore it. And for an example, Eddie Brock's son, Dylan Brock, has donned the symbiote, and the symbiote no longer shoots webs. It shoots chains, bro. And it's some of the coolest things I've seen Peter like do in a really long time, and what he does with the symbiote is just absolute peak fiction. So I highly recommend checking it out as well. Now we're gonna get into a lot of like symbiote territory with just the symbiote in general, because I'm such a big fan of the symbiote. So first, another thing that you can check out is Venom War. It basically takes place right after King in Black, and it's been a great read so far. Highly recommend checking it out, 100%. Next up is Absolute Carnage. Bro, the aesthetic for Absolute Carnage is insane. The art style of Absolute Carnage is crazy, and this basically leads up to the events of King in Black. So if you're curious how King in Black even got started, go read Absolute Carnage, because it explains what happened and why Null ended up coming to Earth and trying to take out everybody. Now, next up is going to be King in Black, one of my favorite comics of all time. Dude, the aesthetic of King in Black is just absolutely amazing. I'm a symbiote guy, so like the aesthetic of seeing all these symbiotes and just the vibe of the comic, and just Null himself, dude. Null is just he's a vibe on his own. Like, he's just got that aura about, bro. Like, he's just him. Like, he's literally him, bro. Every time I see Noel pull up, it's like, oh yeah, bro, this shit about to go down, bro. Oh god. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay in the background. This is my first time kind of doing like YouTube, like besides like just re-uploading my TikToks. I used to do YouTube back in the day, but I'd like record off of my like cell phone and just record like my gameplay, because at the time consoles didn't come with capture cards in them. The only downside is that the PlayStation, like, you can only grab clips that are 3 minutes, and it's the most annoying thing ever. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you're new, make sure to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Peace. I also feel like I'm an idiot because I forgot to add the honorable mention, but the honorable mention is going to be 2099 Symbiote Spider-Man. This comic looks peak, and the cover looks peak. It's just peak in general, and it's also Miguel O'Hara. So if you're really into Miguel O'Hara, I recommend checking out this comic, giving it a read. Anyways, peace.